Yo, what up everybody? Welcome back to another video. Arie here, and in this one, I'm going to be dissecting a Shopify store that's clearing over $1 million a month selling iPhone cases. Now, that might sound a little ridiculous, a little hard to believe, but the proof is in the pudding. I will show you guys everything that you need to see to not only believe those numbers, but also see how you could sort of replicate the success on your store. Now, if you don't have a Shopify store, what are you doing? You should definitely start one. There's like a million tutorials on YouTube basically on how you can start your Shopify store. Not that you really need them. Honestly, that's why I love making these videos. I think what you need the most is inspiration. In looking at successful brands and dissecting how they achieve their success is one of the most valuable things that you could do. You can literally learn a marketing degree's worth of information through just analyzing a particular brand. Now, the brand that we're going to be looking at is called Burga.com. I'm not sure if you've heard of them, but like I said, they literally just sell iPhone cases and also AirPod cases and like MacBook cases. But either way, they're just selling cases. It's no rocket science. It's just really dope designs. Now, I love doing these reviews because it really shows me that anything is possible in terms of the heights that your store could achieve. And I hope that looking at these stores makes you feel the same way. I know it's helped me tremendously in all of my e-commerce projects, even the ones I'm working on now, which we'll talk about in a different video. But for now, this is what we're gonna be looking at. Now, right away when you land on the store, they already do something that's pretty genius. What that is, in my opinion, it's this buy two, get two free. That's a really good deal. I mean, that's a great offer. Like, why wouldn't you do that? You know, if you really dig their designs, then I feel like, you know, getting two free is like a ridiculous deal that you just can't pass up. And that's genius. I mean, a lot of times people have products that are just simply not selling as well anymore, and you may think it's dead, but a lot of times it's really just the offer that's dead. But as we browse here, you can see that their cases are not cheap, but they do have this buy two, get two free stamp on every single product page, which I'm guessing is doing really well for them. And like I said, it's not cheap at all. I mean, these cases are like, you know, $21, $40 for an iPhone case. That's pretty insane, but it goes to show what people are willing to pay for these sorts of designs. They also have some custom cases, as you can see, which is really genius. There's so many potential ad ideas that you could make with these sort of custom ones, and I'm really excited to take a look at some of the ads that they're running on Facebook, which we will definitely do in this video. And as you can see, they have Trustpilot reviews here on their landing page. That's really cool. Honestly, I'm thinking of starting to collect Trustpilot reviews. I've been seeing it more and more, and I think it really helps them build trust with their customers, and it just gives your brand a good name. I mean, if you have a good Trustpilot score, chances are your brand's pretty dope. And then they got the classic Instagram feed here at the bottom. I love when brands do that, especially when brands have like a good social media presence. Putting your Instagram at the bottom on your website is pretty clean and only helps your website look more trustworthy. Now, if you don't know how to do that, it's actually super easy. Just go on the Shopify App Store and look up Instagram feed. There's even free apps that allow you to do it, and it's very, very simple. But let's look at their traffic distribution here. So in December, they reached almost 1 million monthly visitors. In February, which is the last month that SimilarWeb tracked, they received 620,000 monthly visitors. And with this average order value and this offer, which I'm sure makes their average order value a lot higher, I think $1 million a month is a conservative estimate of the revenue that this brand is driving. And it's actually pretty insane how many brands do over $1 million a month nowadays in the e-commerce space. I mean, it makes sense. There's billions and billions, even trillions maybe, of dollars being spent online every year, but it's still pretty unbelievable to think about. You know, when I first started making these breakdown videos, I was like, man, I'm probably eventually gonna run out of stores to review, but e-commerce just keeps booming, so that's never gonna be the case, I guess. Get it? Case, because we're looking at iPhone cases. Okay, but I'm guessing this is probably one of their best-selling cases, the almond latte. This one has over 1,400 reviews, which is really crazy, and I really love their setup here. You know, they got the clean newsletter sign up here, which, by the way, is insane. Email has been like one of the things that I underlooked for the longest time, but now that I'm actually starting to dive into it deeper, it's literally like the backbone of your business, and it can carry your business. I'm sure that you get at least 20 to 30% of the revenue through email, and I've been seeing more and more of the top brands doing those sort of numbers just through email. And imagine how powerful that is, because that means that you literally can spend more money on advertising to just get more reach and reach more people. It's the same thing, which will wipe out all the competition, and you can just retain those customers through email. Like, it's seriously insane. And I'm sure some of you guys may have not looked at it that way, because I didn't until pretty recently, to be honest. Now, the cool thing about this store is that they got upsells on upsells. I mean, like I said, they got that deal, the buy two get two free, but then they also got just a really clean add accessory button here. Not even like before they even describe the product. I mean, of course, it's an iPhone case. It kind of explains itself, right? Like, there's not really much explanation that you need to do when it comes to an iPhone case, but still, I think that's pretty dope. And then they got the tabs. I love tabs, especially for products that don't need a lot of explaining. It's really cool to just be able to, click the tabs and figure out whatever you want to figure out without having the huge long description taking away from the actual product. And as you can see, you can browse different iPhone cases that you can add on to this one if you don't like this one, which is really clever, especially if you have a really long catalog. I'm not a big fan of long catalogs, but this kind of changes my mind on it a little bit because it gives people more options. Now, giving people more options isn't really a good idea for the most part, at least when it comes to conversion rate, but since they're probably doing a lot to harbor their community and really maximize their returning customer rate, this probably does help a lot. Now, as you can see, they talk about the features way at the bottom here. Like, they don't even talk about any features here. They just talk about the features down here in their description. And I guess this is kind of their slogan, protection with style. That's probably why they charge $40 per case. I'm sure the case actually is pretty good and high quality. But the main selling point, of course, is the designs, because there's millions of phone cases out there, but not a lot look like this. Even though I've seen iPhone cases like this on AliExpress, like literally if we go to Alibaba.com and we look up marble iPhone case, we can find a lot that look quite similar, and they're only $1 a piece, which is a pretty unreal margin. If you can make an iPhone case for $1 and sell it for $40, that's a 4,000% margin. You can easily do a buy two get two free, and it feels like a great deal, but in the end, it only costs them like less than $5 to make. And the crazy part is, the more they scale, the cheaper the product cost gets. So wow, that's actually really impressive. I did not know about the margins in the iPhone case game. And I guess you can switch from snap to tough. So the tough one is a little thicker. They charge $40 for that one. The snap, they charge $30 for. I'm sure the snap is probably like the same thickness as these Alibaba ones. And by the way, I'm not exposing these brands or anything. I respect the hustle. I understand the value that they're providing for the customers. I mean, these designs are very unique. This website is super seamless, and it seems like they really take care of their customers with all the positive reviews that they get. So really, really impressive website. And as you can see, they got this deal right here. So super cool. Now, as I said earlier, if you're a brand that has a good social media presence, especially on Instagram, it's a really good idea to display that on your homepage. And this is what Burga has done. As you can see, their Instagram is over 300,000 followers, which is really big. And their engagement is actually decent. I mean, it's pretty inconsistent here, but for the most part, they're getting at least 1,000 likes and like 20 to 30 comments. But regardless, I mean, 300,000 followers is a lot of followers. So I'm sure that's really appealing for potential investors if they want to sell this brand. That looks pretty good. Now, we're on the Facebook ad library here. This is free to use for everybody. It's a tool by Facebook that they provide just to make ads and brands more transparent. It's super cool, and they actually have improved it a lot. Like, you can filter by country now. You can filter by issues. I'm gonna do all ads, and then we'll look up this Burga official. So here it is. And now they even give you some spend details, which I'm sure is not very accurate. Like, this is about social issues and politics, which this brand definitely doesn't give me politics vibes. So I'm guessing that this is some sort of error. But as you can see, their ads are pretty dope looking. I haven't even clicked any of these videos, but yes, these are all videos. So they're using hella videos, and they all look quite similar. So, I mean, the only thing that they're really changing here is the captions. Here, for example, they're using a customer review caption, but here they're doing like sort of the benefits of the product. Here's why you'll love our cases. Like, this is literally textbook Facebook ad caption for ads. And as you can see, they're running some Instagram story ones as well. So swipe up to shop, that always does really well as far as click-through rates. And yeah, we can scroll basically endlessly here, and they are just killing it in the ad game. Like, look at all these different ads. That's so unreal. And it really goes to show that a huge part of success in today's e-commerce climate means testing different creatives and running a ton of different ads. It's really challenging to grow a business nowadays without the power of ads, and there's really no reason to fight it. You know, I've been trying to build a brand without ads here, and I made a video about it that you can check out, but the process has been very difficult. And if you are planning on building a brand without advertising, you are gonna need to be very patient. But let's scroll to the top here and check out one of their ads. I mean, they just have so many, it's like impossible to pick. Okay, just pop it on, gorgeous and protective. So literally that's like their whole brand, is making really stylish, protective gear for your gadgets. So pretty dope. And as you can see, this is all it is. It's just like a GIF. It doesn't have any sound. It doesn't have anything. It's literally just that. Let's see this one. This one is kind of the same thing, but instead of putting the benefits up here, they put them in the ad. So, you know, drop proof, sexy AF, non-fading prints, scratch resistant. So I'm guessing all these are the same. They're just like split testing different colors and different captions. Let's see what this one's all about. These cases are fire, gorgeous and protective. Wow, this is not rocket science. They're making it so clear and simple. I think simplifying things is always a good idea. If you make things too complex, people are not gonna understand it. They're gonna be confused, and confusion leads to lack of sales. So don't be confusing, make it clear, and sales will come, I guess. That's actually kind of clever. That gives me like TikTok satisfying compilation vibes. A lot of people really love these sort of satisfying type of videos. These are very clever ads. I mean, there's so much to learn from this, and they're testing so many different angles. It's like honestly a little bit overwhelming. I'm sure they have a pretty big team making all these ads and stuff, but really it doesn't take that much. It just takes a little bit of dedication and creativity, and unfortunately it does take a decent ad budget in order to test all these different ideas, which is probably what holds people back the most. But with that said, this video is getting a little long, so I'm gonna end it right here. I would love to know your opinion on this store, or leave me a comment on whatever it is you want to comment on. I mean, I'm always checking the comments and engaging with y'all. It's really fun. And like I said, we both learned together, which is pretty dope. I got a lot of projects going on right now, a lot of exciting things that I'm really excited to showcase. But for now, these videos have been extremely clutch, not only for you, but like I said, for me as well. I've been needing all the inspiration I can get. So I just wanted to thank you for watching these videos and encouraging me to make these, because I genuinely love it and I'm just really grateful. So with that said, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll be seeing you in my next video. Peace.